Day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. Live from beautiful Coors Field here in Denver, Colorado. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the San Francisco Giants going up against the Colorado Rockies. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the San Francisco Giants with lofty expectations this season, and why not? They're the defending World Series champs. Siggy, it's become so hard in today's game to go back-to-back as champions. Why do you think that is?
Boog, I think it's because of the competition level and the parity that we're seeing in baseball. But yeah, you're right. It is very rare. The Yankees won 3 years in a row from 1998 to 2000. But over the next 20 seasons, nobody else was able to repeat. I think there's less of an imbalance at the top, and teams can compete by combining good internal development with smart, well-timed moves to bring in help from the outside. And once you hit the postseason, anything's possible.
First pitch coming your way next. 1 down. Now the number 2 hitter, Eddie Brock. There's a swing and a drive. Carrying well. That one opts against the fence. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
One out, runner at second. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Man at second. Runner breaks for third. In the dirt, blocked. No throw, he steals third easily. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away. Just settling in here at Coors Field. This one in the air, center field. Julien has a beat on it. He's got it, and there's 2 down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
So a runner at third, 2 outs. Brandon Lau getting ready to hit. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there, it's got a chance. And brings it in at the wall. The double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. The Rockies coming up. We've got no score. We go to the bottom of the first. And on the hill for the Giants, Eddie Brock. Singy, he was ridiculously good on the mound last year.
Well, last year finishing with an ERA under 1. Just unbelievable when you talk about the consistency, the ability to go out there, attack hitters, put them on the defense from the first pitch of the at-bat. That's exactly what he did last year. And you know what? His reputation is all throughout the league. We'll see how dominant he is in this one.
That finds the mark on the inside corner. The 0-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Got a pitch to hit right there with 2 strikes, but just couldn't get a piece. Tell you what, that screwball is so unique and it's so rarely seen. I think it can be tough for any hitter just to get a piece of it, no matter where it's placed. As a hitter, you're just not used to seeing a pitch moving that way and getting on the same plane as it comes into the hitting zone.
Goodman in the box here and fouls it off for strike 1. Late with the swing there. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer. Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
That one pushed to the left and foul.
Looks really sharp at the start of this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
Ground ball left side. Chapman over to first in time. That's the inning. Scoreless after 1. Bottom of the second. Here's the Rockies cleanup hitter, Brenton Doyle. Making his first start of the year. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Next offering is fouled back. The 0-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
Next for Colorado, Ezequiel Tovar.
Hey!
Nothing here in the bottom of the second. And a big swing and a miss. Comebacker to the mound. On to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
The right fielder, number 16, Austin.
Here's Austin Slater. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Way out front for strike 2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Back here at Coors Field, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Ryan Clifford digging in for the Rockies, looking for his first big league hit right here.
Yeah!
Oh, and 2 now.
That's outside.
Ball.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Took that screwball up there and got him to swing through it. It's kind of part changeup, part curveball, a reverse curveball, I guess. And clearly it's got some good movement on it. We just don't get to see a good one very often, so it's kind of fun to see. And that was a great one right there.
That one finds the zone. 0-1. Swings through it for the K. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for, a bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Jordan Beck. Still tied at 0, last of the 3rd. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That is the inning. 9 straight retired here to start the game. Back after this on the show. All set for the start of the inning. And now it's the Giants DH, Eddie Brock. That one inside.
That's
ball
inside.
1.
Well, these Giants, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today. Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Brock back on the mound. The margin is slim and the bats are big.
Yeah, this is a dangerous part of the lineup, Boog, but a little execution goes a long way.
That one fouled off.
Well, these Rockies just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
One-two now. Got him swinging. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Hunter Goodman. This one in the air, right field. Nimmo running hard to get it. Diving, makes the grab. What a play.
The first baseman, number 7, DJ.
So a great diving catch, and that was only possible because of the route he took to get there, right, Chris?
Yeah, StatCast shows us just how efficient that route to the ball was. In fact, that's about as good as it gets, pretty much a direct line to it. And perhaps he was a wide receiver in a different life, I don't know. But, man, great job to hold on all the way through the dive as well. No fumble caused by the ground.
Now, number 7. Hey! Two down, nobody on. In the air to left center. Bader settles underneath it, and that'll do it. So 12 up, 12 down to begin the ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show.
Up next to the Giants, the designated hitter,
Rob, a former MVP, 23 years old. He's a former National League Cy Young Award winner. Now there's a bullet down the line. And foul ball. That one is absolutely belted. That's down. One hops off the wall. And a double puts runners at second and third with 2 out.
He has had such a good day today. I don't think he's going to want to leave when it's over.
A couple of doubles today for the DH. Brandon Nimmo, and a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Grounds one to short. Tovar. They limit the damage here. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Giants 2 and the Rockies nothing. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back on the hill. Offense did their part. Now let's see if he can keep the vibe alive.
Yeah, just don't go gift wrapping runs right here. He needs to put a bow on a quick inning, Boog.
And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
All these Rockies, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Strikeout number 8.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Ezekiel Tovar, the next to hit. Check swing called strike. And that is strike 1. The Rockies still looking for their first hit in this one. And that's through there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Struck him out looking.
I can't argue with that one, and clearly he was looking for something else, anything but the breaking ball. It's a great pitch to hit right there if you're looking for it, and kind of a gift at a 2-strike count, but sometimes you just get fooled and you got to tip your cap.
On the ground, Devers. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So 5 perfect innings in the books. You're dialed into the show. Back here in Denver, bottom of the 6th. Ryan Clifford digging in for the Rockies.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, get that first hit at the big league level. The guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter. You got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swings and misses. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, into double-digit strikeouts. He should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
Kyle will hit next.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Hey! The 0-2. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. Here's the 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Got him swinging. It is 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whips.
Well, they get the strikeout there, and what kind of stood out to me was that they weren't shying away from contact. Every single pitch was in the strike zone, and that tells me they wanted to attack him, and it paid off.
Next for Colorado, Jordan Beck. He's 0 for 1. Yeah! Outside corner, there's a strike.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Got him looking for the strikeout, and he strikes out the side here in the 6th. So he's perfect through 6. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. 1st and 2nd, no outs. Brock digs in now.
Well, these Giants, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
He makes the grab. Runner tags at 2nd, relay to 3rd, and he's in there as he tests the arm in left. 1 away on the flyout. Brock back at it, pitching with the lead.
Yeah, it's always a little easier, but only if you protect it, Boo. He's got to lock in here. Can't let this game seesaw.
And he grounds one to the right side. Loud. Sends it to first. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
Here's the catcher to hit, Hunter Goodman. And he swings through that one.
You know, he's been so great today. Really just throwing whatever the catcher puts down. I mean, hasn't shaken off the catcher very much at all today.
Chapman throws to first in time.
Up next for the Rockies, the first baseman, number 7, TJ.
And now the first baseman. Up the middle, Adames gets it to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. The perfection continues. 21 straight have been retired. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Here's the Rockies cleanup hitter, Brenton Doyle. Bra into his 8th inning of work, Singy. He's been good.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that gets better as he gets deeper into the ball game. If you're going to get to him, you get to him early. They didn't do that today. We'll see what happens as this finishes.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Still a ways to go, but this is can't miss stuff right now. Tovar in the box again, takes a strike. The Giants leading by 5 here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that drops in for a strike. Line drive and foul ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Clearly trusting his stuff in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what he's working with, and that really allows a guy to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
Slater in the box again, takes a strike.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
2 down, nobody on. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. And he strikes out the side for the 2nd time today. So now 24 have been set down in order. 3 left to go for perfection. Brock digging in. They've got the lead, but here's another chance to set the tone.
Yeah, but one good swing, and suddenly they add to the margin. Every run counts as this game moves along.
Base knock center field. And a good start to the inning.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Here goes the runner. Ball strike 3. High throw and safe with a stolen base.
Clearly not content with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead in today's game, and now they've got a good chance of adding on.
Lau at the plate. 1 out and a runner at second here at the top of the 9th. He's trying for third. In there for strike 3. Goal bounces in and he's safe. And now he's up to 3 stolen bases in the game. Here's Matt Chapman.
Up next to the Giants, the third baseman,
On the ground to the left. And that is that. Eddie Brock heading back out for the bottom of the ninth as he'll look to make history. Brock back out for the ninth. Complete game within reach. He's earned his shot, Siggy.
Yeah, but now it's about focus and execution. He wants to walk off the mound to applause, not traffic.
Hey!
Boog, I'll tell you right now, every player defensively on their toes like never before. They want to make sure they have the opportunity to put this pitcher in the history books. They're going to make the play.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Gets him swinging with that screwball, and it was a good one. You know, the screwball's often compared to a changeup because of the velocity and the arm side movement, but the big difference is what you saw right there. A lot more depth or drop than most changeups, and it caused him to swing right over the top.
Nope. Brock will challenge that pitch, thinking it's a strike. So the call stands. One challenge remaining for them now. And a 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Got him looking. Rockies down to their final out.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Back in the box again. Takes a strike. They're down to their final strike. Got him, and that's the ball game.